Hello everyone, this is Sobaka Studios, and we are glad to show you our new game called 9 Monkeys of Shaolin. We've always been fans of kung fu movies, so when we decided to make a beat-em-up game, of course it had to be about medieval China, with all the fantasy elements that go with it.
Fantasy?
Our hero is a fisherman named Wei Chang. When he was just a kid, his parents were killed by Wuku pirates.
Aww.
Since then, Wei Chang had tirelessly worked on his staff fighting skills so he could protect his village. Despite all his efforts, Wuku still managed to defeat him during one of the raids, and Wei Chang's village was slaughtered. Our combat system was designed around the idea that the player should learn along with Wei Chang. During the prologue, he has only 3 basic attacks, but after he gets to the Shaolin Temple, he learns how to use his chi energy to deliver empowered attacks. Further in the game, Wei Chang will learn the acrobatic stance with 3 new attacks. Later, he will also get access to the magic seals that let him debuff his enemies, launch them into the air, or pull them together to finish them with a combo attack.
Ooh, spring!
As he completes missions, Wei Chang will get mastery points that can be used to upgrade his attacks. For example, you can add an extra attack to the Swift Strike combo, or improve the overhead attack so that it would destroy the enemy's armor. Wei Chang will also find new equipment, weapons, prayer beads, and footwear. Each piece of equipment has its own advantages. For example, Forest Rage heals Wei Chang whenever he uses his chi energy, while Fisherman's Pole's attacks become faster as your combo meter increases. There are no boundaries in this system. We let each player choose the playstyle that works for them. We really wanted to ensure that each level feels distinct and unique. In his travels, Wei Chang will visit caves, catacombs, mountain temples, and many other locales. He will even have to save people from a burning house. On each level, there are secrets and gameplay nuances. For example, on a sawmill, you'll have to watch out for buzzsaws, while in the tall grass, your enemies will become all but invisible.
Dang, dude.
By the way, the enemies and bosses will be as varied as the levels, and they will be a challenge even to the most experienced players. At first, Wei Chang will fight simple brigands armed with makeshift spears and even oars, but eventually, he will have to face ninja, samurai, and heavily armed warriors. To defeat these foes, you'll have to come up with new tactics. It's always better to have a friend to back you up, so another monk named Dao Shen can always join Wei Chang on his adventures. You can play the co-op mode both locally and online, and you won't have to start a new game either. The second player can join your game anytime you want. Also, Dao Shan can choose his own equipment and talents, which opens up new possibilities for combos. And if you want, you can even have a friendly sparring match. Like many of you, we grew up playing classic beat-em-ups. We took the best ideas we've seen in this genre and we put them in our game. 9 Monkeys of Shaolin comes out really soon, on October 16th, but you can already check out the game by downloading a free demo. We really hope you like it.
Yo, like the guy just had non-stop stuff to talk about. There's so much depth to this. I haven't really played beat-em-ups much. He said, oh, we know you guys grew up with beat-em-ups. I mean, maybe a little bit, like on an arcade machine here and there. For me, not much though. Not much, and honestly, I haven't played a beat-em-up game in years. But I was really impressed that he constantly had things to talk about. There was a lot of depth to this.
Chang. During the prologue, he
talked about the progression. You just got basic moves, and then over time you get like different stances, acrobatic moves and combos, and like chi stuff. I mean, he did mention there were some fantasy elements that they were going to involve as well. So that's where the chi comes in. That's really, really cool. And you're starting with fighting basic enemies like oars and stuff. Later on, you'll fight samurai and ninja, which is interesting. You got co-op, you got different gear, you got a progression system. It looks like it's got quite a bit of depth. It's very interesting. And at first I was worried because, I mean, I see the enemies, they would just like get ready to attack and be like, oh, it was just like a very slow enemy. Like they'd go red and you have like more than enough time to move out of the way. But like, okay, seems like this isn't going to be too hard. He's like, oh yeah, it's so hard, whatever.
In the system.
But then at the same time, then I saw that one enemy.
Choose the playstyle that works for them. We really need heavily armed warriors. To defeat these foes, you'll have to come up with new tactics. It's always better to have a friend to back you up. So another monk named Dao Shen can always join Wei Chang on his adventures. You can play the
think it was
travels.
here.
Wei Chang will visit caves, catacombs, mountain temples, and
Yeah, this guy. So at first I thought because they telegraph their moves so much with the red flash, like they'd be so easy to avoid. But if you dodge too early, look what the spear guy does. This is when I realized, oh shoot, maybe this game isn't easy.
Catacombs, mountain temples.
So like first you're aiming here, so your guy doesn't attack, and you're gonna move out of the way.
Many other.
And then he like instantly turns. He's tracking you. He's ready. He's like, oh, you think you can just dodge out the way? Nope, I'm gonna turn and immediately impale you.
Low cap.
And then you just dodge again. That would so be me, just panic dodge. Like, oh shoot, he's tracking me. There's no escape. So yeah. You definitely got to be careful. And I mean, it's true I haven't played a beat 'em up in years, but from what I remember with beat 'em ups, you have to be really careful. It's not just about, okay, surviving each encounter. You gotta take minimal damage, kind of like roguelites, because you're gonna be rolling that same HP over to the next fight. So you really need to minimize as much damage you take.
You will
minimize
even
damage
have
you
to
take as
save
much as
people
possible.
from a burning house. On each level,
Oh, yeah, and there's a
there are
variety of
experienced
environments,
players.
too, which is very
At
interesting.
First,
Boss
Wei Chang will
fights.
better to have a friend to back his own equipment
Drop in,
and
drop out
talents.
co-op. That's amazing.
Which any of you, we check out the game.
Looks really cool. October 16th. I don't know if I would stream this. I actually don't know. I haven't played a beat 'em up in a while. I remember I was talking about maybe streaming Shing, and I passed up on that. Maybe I'll check this out. I don't know. It's not my first choice, but it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. At any rate, that's all I have to say on this. If you like this video, please leave a like and comment. It does help out a lot. I do upload a new video every single day, so make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out. I also stream daily on Twitch starting at 12 p.m. Central and ending at 4 p.m. Central, so make sure you follow me there to catch when I'm live. Link is in the description. But that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you had fun, and I'll catch you next time.